So I picked this bike up for my brother-in-law, drove it 500 miles in the very first ride, and he broke it. And this was the culprit. This little guy right here. This is, I guess, is what's called, it's part of the Isozone, and it's a little rubber doodad that you can't get anymore, which is just lovely. So I went through a wild goose chase and I cloned it. Voila! It was kind of like magic. And I ended up doing it with two different durometers actually. So this is the stock one over here, and it's like pretty soft. And then I made this one here, which is an 88 durometer, pretty similar, a little bit harder. And then this guy right here, bam, way harder. So it'll make the bike a lot stiffer. So today I'm going to show you how to replace this little devil. So all you do is you flip up the quick release lever over here, and you're just going to pull your derailleur back, and then the rear wheel pops out like so, and it's like magic. And then the new doodad, which I'm making if you want one, I'll put a link in the YouTube description. But this guy is gonna pop in right after this one. This is just a little bushing that's, if you can see right here in the back, there's just a little bit of a counter bore. On this side, you can see it. There's a counter bore right there, and that goes in there. And the second one goes in there, and that goes. You kind of want to get it on a little bit of an angle here, and then it should just pop right in. Bam, you're in. We're in business. And then this guy, this little threaded post, it just pops right in the back. Like, I don't know if you can see that from where you're at. Let's see. Okay. Technical difficulties at the most critical time, of course. Bam, and we're in. So this guy takes a, it's just an it's an M6 hex key, and you just kind of rattle around a little bit, get it lined up. That's gonna thread through there, and it's gonna get captured by this. So let me thread that one in there real quick, and then I'll be right back in touch. So now that we have our threaded post snugged up into our frame, we're gonna go ahead and torque these, and we're gonna torque these to 25 Newton meters. And so to do so, I have a torque wrench, and I have one of these, which is a 6mm hex tool, and that's gonna go into, I just have a 1/4 inch socket here. And these come in a bunch of different kits that you can buy. But we're gonna go ahead and start torquing that down, 25 Newton meters, getting close, up. And there we are. We're all torqued. And I even did the other side when you guys went. Okay. Oh. So now that those are torqued, we go into our final step, which is putting on this piece, which just captures the threaded post. So you can see there's a tiny little groove right there, and that's where we want our set screw to line up to, so that we get some positive retention. So we put it on, we get our 2mm hex wrench, and we'll go ahead and snug that up there. And you don't need to be the Incredible Hulk on this. We don't want to strip anything out. Just doing exactly the same thing on this side. And you can also use a blue Loctite, like a 242 or 243. And that's going to help to make sure that these don't come out with any kind of vibration. But don't use too much. You don't want to make it impossible for you to get out next time. So now that we got those installed, we just got to pop back on our rear wheel over here, and we're ready to ride. So happy riding.